Welcome back. All right, today we are doing adding and subtracting both operations with mixed numbers. And you're really going to see the only difference is after you've dealt with the fractions that we've been practicing, you just have to go back and add and subtract the mixed number or the whole number, which is going to feel like a first grade skill. So the good news is what we're adding on today is like a first grade skill. Okay, and if I go too fast, don't forget, you can always rewind and watch it over and over and over. How exciting, right? Okay, so let's go for what we've been doing. We're going to start with adding mixed numbers, okay? I see that my denominators are unlike. I need to make like denominators just like we've been doing. We have thirds and ninths. So if I'm counting by threes and then counting by nines, the very first number I'm going to hit would be 9. 9 would be the first number that they had in common when we're counting by multiples, okay? All right, now I need to make my like numerators. So I know this has not changed, that's still 4. This would be times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. What I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. 1 times 3 is 3. I have my denominator stays the same, and 4 plus 3 is 7. This is the part that we've been doing, nothing's different. Here's the added part, first grade skill. 3 plus 1. That's it. Honestly, part of the reason people get these wrong is they'll leave this as the answer and they'll forget to go add those whole numbers. That would be the only thing. All right, so let's do another one. Making like denominators. If I'm counting by 8s and I'm counting by 2s, the very first number they would have in common would be 8. All right, I can see nothing changed here. 7/8 is equivalent to 7/8. But here, what times 2 equals 8? That would be 4. What I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. 1 times 4 is 4. Adding. 7 plus 4 is 11. My 8 is my denominator. Uh-oh, that's something new. I have a improper fraction. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Now, we're not going to leave it like this because now you guys have learned how to convert this to a mixed number. So I'm going to convert this to a mixed number. And remember, that's 11 divided by 8. 11 divided by 8 is 1 whole. My denominator stays the same. And I would have 3 left over. Now, if you don't like doing that mentally, don't forget, you can write out 11 divided by 8. And you would still get the same thing. 1 whole, 3 left over. So remember, leftover goes on the top shelf. Denominator stays the same. Now, you would not ever come to me and say, I have 7 pizzas, and I have 1 pizza, and I have 3/8. No, we would combine these two whole numbers. So 7 plus 1 would be 8. So my final answer will be, I'm going to fit it up here, 8 whole with my 3/8. So that's a little extra step, and sometimes that will happen. When you're adding fractions, sometimes you do end up with a numerator that's larger than the denominator, and you need to change it to a mixed number, and don't forget to add in your whole number. That's the most complex one you would have. All right, let's do some subtraction. It's going to be the same thing, but I have to remember to subtract. I'm making like denominators. 8 and 4, if I'm counting by 8s and I'm counting by 4s, I would hit 8 first, my lowest common denominator. This stays the same, it's equivalent. How do I get from 2 to 8? What am I multiplying by? Or sorry, I said 2. How do I get from 4 to 8? That would be times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I'm ready. Okay, my denominator stays the same. 5 minus 2 is 3. Don't forget to come back and subtract those whole number. 8 minus 6 is 2. So my final answer is 2 3/8. All right? Okay, last one. Create like denominators. If I'm counting by 4s and I'm counting by 3s, the very first number that I would hit would be 12. All right, now I need my new numerator. What times 4 equals 12? Well, that's a 3. What I do to the denominator, I do to my numerator. 3 times 3 is 9. Same here. What times 3 equals 12? That's a 4. What I do down here, I have to do on top. 1 times 4 is 4. Right? All that work, my denominator stays the same. 9 minus 4 is 5. Don't forget about your whole numbers. 10 minus 4 is 6. Okay? Now, the only thing I'm not showing you is sometimes you have to borrow. Sometimes when you make your like fractions, this numerator is lower than this, but we won't get into that today. Just know there is one more type of problem that is a little challenging that we won't do today, okay? If that was too fast, don't forget, you can rewind and watch me do this over and over and over for your entertainment. So enjoy, and we'll see you at small group. Thanks for joining.